All right, so this is day 177. Been dealing with injuries, as you know, and still got some things to shore up, some issues I got to work on, but I really wanted to get back to the trail. Haven't been able to do it. So here I am today, gonna give it a shot, gonna give it a try to get back on the trail and climb a little bit. And coming down is what I'm really concerned about, with the impact and things, but let's see how it goes. All right, so getting up into the trail a little bit here. Hasn't gone up too steeply yet. It'll get there. I gotta get up to that point right there before I come back down, so it will have a couple steeper sections. It feels so good to be out here. It feels so good to be back on the trail and doing some more fun stuff, rather than just walking on roads and stuff to get my wind in for the day and lifting weights to get my wind in for the day. This is a lot more fun to me, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm this far into the trail, haven't hit the steep stuff yet, and my hamstring, not loving this right now. So we'll see if it warms up and we're able to go all the way up. Knowing me, I'll probably push it to the top because I don't like to half-ass stuff, unless something's really killing me. But we'll see how it goes. All right, so into a little bit more rockiness, a little bit more up and down, more steep to get up there. But this begs my concern about summer hiking in Arizona. A lot of holes, a lot of rocks, a lot of good places for snakes to hang out, and I hate snakes. So I'm a little bit anxious, as well as injured, but I've been trying to learn a little bit more about them, YouTube and things like that, so that I can face my fear a little bit easier and get out here on the trails. But I did get bit by a dog the other day at work in somebody's home. Didn't really break the skin, but it didn't feel good. So got some scratches, but I just told myself, hey, I wonder if it would be any worse getting bit by a snake. And I think it's just the preconceived notions I've got about seeing a snake. I think if I get bit by a snake, I don't want to see it coming. But hopefully it's not any worse than a dog getting up on me. So we'll see how this goes today. They say that they won't usually be on the trail. If you stay on the trail, they will stay off of the trail for the most part, but you never know what's lying behind one of these rocks like that one right behind it. I just hope that they would let me know that they're there before I get to it with a rattle, and then I can stay away from it. But sometimes that doesn't happen. I guess that's what I'm concerned about. So a little anxious, looking around rocks and stuff, seeing what's there. Hamstring is kind of warming up, and it's not feeling too bad actually going up this now. So it might just been the initial warm-up phase. We're not doing too bad. Yeah, so gotta keep going. All right, this little area might be a little challenge for the hammy, and the butt's kind of starting to burn, just on the hammy side. So I know it's the injury rearing its ugly head, but we're gonna see how I do up this. Come with me. Go up this a little more rugged but not as steep side. Not quite as steep as that, but rugged nonetheless. Ooh. I'll pull a little bit. This one's gonna pull a little bit. Whew. So far, though I'm breathing a little heavy, it's good to know that I haven't lost my lungs. Been keeping up enough to not have to stop and catch my breath. I can still talk and hike, breathe. It's good news. So, up this little area here. Another steep climb. Oh, that's all right. That's okay. A little pulling, but that's okay. No harm, no foul yet. So, good news. I think I can make it. So, we're gonna keep going. Talk to you a bit. Just wanted to say one thing about my fear of snakes. That I had a patient who was full of wisdom, and we talked a lot while I was treating her in her home, and I loved being around her because she always had bits of wisdom to give, and somehow the subject of snakes came up. I don't know how, but my fear of that. I told her I hate snakes, I hate them. She said something that I always think about when I'm thinking about getting out here on the trail, worrying about snakes and if they're gonna be around. She said, most often we hate things because we fear them. And we hate what we fear. So I've been asking myself, is it really that I hate snakes? Or am I just afraid of them? And I can truly say it's really because I'm afraid of them. And I know I gotta get out here and face my fear. Just can't let it get in my head and shut me down from getting out here and doing this stuff. Because this is what I want to do. This is what my goal is. I'm gonna be out here running trails soon enough, hopefully. So I gotta be on trails. So that's what let's leave that there. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I think if I can understand snakes and their tendencies, their habitats, and things a little bit better, it's gonna reduce my fear. I'm not really gonna hate them too much, but there you go. I'll work on that. Getting this wind today. Probably see you at the top. Okay, so made it up so far. The trail all the way to here. I gotta go up there, all the way to there. See that ancient lookout area. Yeah, that's where we're going. So made it up to the top here. I forgot how fun that was. There's that ancient lookout point. Ancient like Old West, I guess. I'm gonna go up here. But yeah, hiking's fun, man. But my hamstring, kind of the one part closest to my hip and into my hip, not too happy. It's screaming at me right now a little bit, so I'm gonna do some mobilization up here in this lookout tower. There's a fire pit. Sometimes people come up here, I guess, hang out. There's Phoenix way over there in the distance, kind of at the top of this part of the mountain. So I'm just glad there's really no snakes that I can hear or see in here. So talk to you in a bit. All right, so about to go back down that hill right down there. The trail goes around it. That's what I'm parked behind, down at the bottom. So let's go. Let's see how this goes. I'll see you at the bottom. All right, so made it down to the bottom pretty much, pretty close. Really have no choice but to make it the rest of the way, right? If I want to go home tonight. So hamstring's actually doing pretty good. Little pull, little tweak here and there, but short-lived. Hip is doing okay. Same kind of a thing, but I was worried about my back with all the impact coming down, and you know me, I'm gonna try to jog a little bit down the trail, so I'm having to hold myself back from that. Did it a little bit up higher on the trail, but probably gonna walk the rest of the way. Feeling a little bit of tightness in the back right now, so all in all, it's a good challenge to get back on the trail. And you know, you gotta challenge yourself. Sometimes I was afraid of a couple things, snakes obviously, but also making my injuries worse. I'm warmed up right now, so maybe take a more in-depth inventory of the injury thing later on tonight, but definitely going to be mobilizing and trying to prevent some any flare-up that might happen. But all in all, it's a good challenge. And you got to challenge yourself sometimes, even when you don't think you might be ready for it. Just know your limitations, work within your limitations, but work that feather edge and show yourself that you're doing better than you think you are, and get through that challenge. Because I can tell you one thing, I'm more confident about both of those fears right now. Didn't see a snake on the trail. Can't tell you how many I probably passed up without even knowing it, that were probably just off the trail or something. But if I don't see it, what I don't know is not going to hurt me, unless it does, and then we cross that bridge when we get to it, right? But then the injury thing, I'll be monitoring, and if I do get a flare up, I'll learn from it and know how far I can push myself going forward to challenge that injury and improve it. All in all, though, I think that the rough terrain, the awkward terrain, making my body move in different ways to manage that terrain, is actually internally mobilizing my muscles, my joints, to have to deal with that. So that might be a blessing. It might be a good thing. Let's hope. In the end, I'm getting the win though, right? So let's go.